Welcome back to Beautiful Mind today. If you're new here, I'm Roland Attenborough. I'm the leading GANN scientific and analytical researcher, and I want to thank you very much for having us as your guest today. Today we're talking about Bitcoin, and we're going to be talking about the weekly chart. Not only are we going to be talking about the weekly chart, but we're going to be talking about some very important indicators. So let's just go dive right into those indicators and find out what it is we're about to discuss. When using our indicators, they help to assume when a market is about to make a change. We're today going to be really focusing in on the MACD, as I really wanted to show you something that is important. Right now and currently, the market metric is very high. We're at 100,000 or just under. The market is made atop. The bars here for the buyers have peaked out, and we are now on our third bar and about to meet our fourth bar. What is so significant about this? Well, let's now go take a look back at history and see what history suggests. Our next and last major blow-off was back in that March area where I was warning you about a top would be coming in. The indicators moved up to this area of the chart. The buyers had peaked out here and the bars peaked. We had subsequently followed by 4 white bars, and then after the fourth bar, we typically, or fourth or fifth bar, we get a death cross and a series of red seller bars. Is that going to happen here? Well, not necessarily. I feel it'll probably be very close to something like this, or something very close to this. Let's go ahead and let's just take another little look back. The market moving up into this band here. The peak buying had peaked out, followed by 5 bars before a death cross on time, followed by 3 weeks of tumultuous moves down and a resetting. Prior to that, market peaked out. Buyers had peaked out. We followed by 3 bars, then a fake out up to our top next bar, and subsequently followed by another 5 bars fake out. Let's move backwards again. Chart, we made a subsequent bottom and a big move up. That would be equal to, if this bottom was here, this top here would be up here. So, taking a look at that, the buyers peaked out here. We had 4 white bars, and then by the 5th bar, our death cross on time, followed by the sellers. Moving backward, before this peaked out, this market moved up into some high metrics and topped. It was subsequently followed by yet again another 5 bars, but this time the death cross didn't occur, indicating that the move was still continuing up. Let's continue to move forward. Market bottomed. We had a peak top here, followed by 3 bars. We did not have a death cross here. We had a golden cross down here. Moving backwards, chart was moving down. Buyers had peaked out, subsequently followed by 3 red bars and a death cross. Then the sellers stepped in. Let's move backwards again. MACD is in this area of the chart, making a top. The buyers have been exhausted. There is no more money moving in. We are followed by 4 sideways and lower white bars, then the death cross on time, followed by the sellers. Moving backwards, as we moved up into this area, the buyers had peaked out here, the resources had left, we were followed by 3 weeks of capitulation and sideways downward move, a small death cross, and then a resumption of a golden cross, which I expect we'll be seeing this January, with a resumption of a top. Let's move back to the last one. Here the market peaked out, right? Our indicators moved to the highest part. The buyers, the bars had moved to the top and exhausted. There was no more resources coming into this market. It was then subsequently followed by a couple of white bars, a couple of fake out bars here, and then again our 4 white bars, our death cross on time, and the sellers moving in. Moving backwards, prior to this top here, market peaked out subsequently, followed by 4 white bars. We didn't have a death cross here, and the indicator was in a strong territory, indicating moving up. Moving further back now, we have some lower tops here, followed by lower 2 and 3 bars, and then a death cross and the sellers. Again, the same thing in this one, right? Peaked out, series of white bars with some fake out green bar, and we had about 5 bars here before we had what looked like a death cross, and then followed by a golden cross. Is that what we're going to experience here? Well, it's very possible and likely we see something like this right here, and something like this as well. Something like this is what I'm expecting. And again, something similar like this again. All right, we get this big push up. Okay, so guys, that's the indicators for the weekly chart. I thought I'd show you that because I get a lot of messages from people saying that, market's not making sense, and it does. It makes perfect sense to me. Everything that we're doing is actually coming to fruition, and it's really just, it's very satisfying to see this. So we have a whole bunch of stuff coming up here. I'm going to be releasing my 2024 and my S&P 500 and Bitcoin forecast. Both of those will be coming up tomorrow, so look for those. And I show you how to do and build those. Also in January, I have a big update for my forecasting course. Anyone who's had my forecasting course, there's a huge upgrade coming, and that upgrade will be free to you as you've already purchased the course once. Anyone interested in purchasing this course can reach out to me through PayPal or email me. Please don't phone me. You can text me if you like. I get just thousands of calls, so I don't answer the phone. It's always these robo calls and whatever. Anyways, guys, peace and love. We're about to melt up and have a pullback here, so just be ready for all this action. Peace and love to y'all.